Hello everyone, today I'll be doing another plant review, this time on one of the seasonal Pvz gemiums, Sapfling, which I got my hands on yesterday actually, right after the Pvz video. And I'd say that it is a very well-rounded gem plant that you should definitely get your hands on, although you don't really have to rush to do so as it is no longer exclusive to the Pvz event. It deals no damage and focuses solely on stalling zombies, and pretty much having one of these in each lane will halve the speed of all zombies. It applies the same slow effect as, let's say, Hurkill or any freezing effect would apply. So it is really good. It only costs 75 sun and has a fairly fast recharge. So I'll first test it off in the Wild West, and then maybe I'll do a level from, let's say the Frostbite Caves. Sure. And I'll do level 17 from the Wild West. See how it performs there. It should do well, especially against large groups of zombies. So I will be using other attacking plants, obviously. I cannot solely rely on a plant that does no damage. And this is a don't let the zombies trample the flowers levels, so its stalling abilities should really help out in this scenario. So anyways, I'll start off with primal sunflowers like I usually do, and then I'll start placing down the sapflings. You know what, I'll just do it right away because it's pretty cheap. And as you can see, this zombie is so much slower now. It really delays the progression of everything, giving you more time to build up sun and just do what you need to do to build up your defenses, which is really good. So I paired this up with primal sunflower and the Kiwi Beast and fire pea shooter because they're just good all-around damage dealers, I'd say. So I'll just get a fire pea shooter on this cart right away. And you can see it's just really helping out my fire pea shooter here. The zombies really don't stand a chance. It also helps out, it pairs very nicely with the ghost pepper because normally it could just barely kill a conehead if you position it right. But with this setup, you don't have to worry about misplacement because of the slow that the sapling provides. You're guaranteed to kill every single conehead that you use a ghost pepper on, which means you won't be wasting 75 sun. And that way you can ensure that every time you will get rid of that particular conehead or whatever zombie you want to really deal with. Because it pretty much doubles the DPS of all of your towers because it just gives them 2 times more time to do whatever they need to do. Because it provides a massive slow to all zombies. And you can see it's just helping out so much. The zombies that are actually being slowed are barely moving at all. Which just really does show you the true power of the sapling. I have tried it out in many worlds. I've tried it out all the way in modern day. And it holds out throughout the entire game. It never becomes obsolete. It is always useful throughout the entire game. Which I really like. And that's a major problem that lots of gemium and just overall premium plants suffer from. And the great thing about Sapfling is it does not suffer from that problem, meaning you really get the maximum amount of usability off of it, which is perfect. That's exactly what you want your 100 gems going towards, because with all the updates they've been adding to the game, it's just been getting harder and harder to get 100 gems. Maximum amount of gems that I'm really able to get is around, I'm not sure how much, but if you do all daily quests, which I mean that's not that hard. And honestly, you should do it every time you play the game. Just log in, play half an hour, and you get all those quests done with, and you'll get a massive increase to your gems. The quickest time that it took me to get 100 gems was 3 days. That's how long it took me to get Sapfling. 3 days of playing the game, 40 minutes a day, which is nothing. Especially when you're just getting 100 gems for a really good premium plant. So you see, the level went really well with Sapling. I mean, you could use Sapling in any situations. It's a really good filler plant because there's really nothing there, you know, there's nothing it's bad at. It just does one thing, and it does that one thing good. All right, next up, I'll be testing out the Sapfling in Frostbite Caves to see how it performs here. I haven't yet, but I've chosen another Don't Let the Zombies Trample the Flowers level because I feel like these are the kinds of levels that I should be showcasing it on. This will be the last level of today, just like it was last video. In every plant review from now on, I'll always just be doing 2 levels, showcasing its, for the most part, strengths, and kind of talking about its weaknesses as I go. Its main weakness, I'll tell you right now, is zombies that fly, because it cannot target them at all. That means jetpack zombies, the dodo birds here in Frostbite Caves, and other zombies like that. Also, do not bring it to Big Wave Beach. Do not use it in Big Wave Beach at all, as its sap actually, for some reason, does not work on the water tiles. It cannot be placed on the water tiles, which means Sapling is completely useless in any level with water, as it just literally is the same as having nothing, just taking up an extra seed slot. So it's usable and really good in every other world except for Big Wave Beach. Do not use it in Big Wave Beach. And that's kind of the only weakness that I can really see about it. I mean, you only need 1 lane of these to use it effectively. You don't need 2. I'm just kind of using 2 for fun here. But you could really do whatever you want with it. You could experiment it, figure out the best uses for it. But honestly, just pair it with any pretty decently damaging attacker and you'll be fine. As it's a pretty brain-dead plant to use. Just have a column of them and you've pretty much made the game way easier for yourself. There's not really much else to say about it. Also, Ghost Pepper Super is just so good. It just clears out an entire wave of zombies. You literally don't even have to have much of a defense to do so with it. Which is what I love about it. So I went for a checkerboard pattern with the fire pea shooters and the Sapflings. I think that looks nice. Although I think I'll just need to keep on building on my defenses because there will be a Gargantuar in the last wave, if I remember correctly. Because I did play this level like a week ago, so I'm pretty sure there's a Gargantuar at the end of it. Well, I mean, we're about to see. Yep, there's a Gargantuar at the end of this level. That's just great. Gotta love when you get a Gargantuar. Yeah, this one, the Frostbite Caves Gargantuar is special in the way that he throws 3 imps. Yeah, I don't know why they'd add that, to be honest. It just kind of exists. Just kind of put that in there to make him extra annoying. But yeah, other than that, I think I've showcased that Sapling is just a really good support plant at everything it does. Because it's simple, right? It does one thing, slows zombies, and it does it well. And that pretty much about concludes my plant review on Sapling. As, well, I've already talked about its weaknesses. Its biggest weakness being Big Wave Beach. So just don't use it in Big Wave Beach. In later worlds, you won't be able to get off more than 1 row of it, as you just won't have enough time. It'll just take up too much valuable space. So 1 row of Sapflings is perfectly viable. You do not have to go for 2. But I was just screwing around here, showcasing it, right? Just telling you guys what not to do and what to do with this plant and if it's even worth it. And my verdict is I will now give a rating from 1 to 10 gems. I'd give this plant an 8 out of 10. It's a very well-rounded and balanced plant that just never becomes obsolete, except outside of Big Wave Beach. And you're really getting your gems worth with getting this plant. And it's just great now that you do not have to wait till Christmas season to even have the option to buy it anymore. Which just makes it even more easily accessible. So that kind of wraps up my review, and see you in the next one.